Hi, it's Alaska Granny. Every day is a great day to add to your prepping supplies. We have a lot of COVID infections going on in Alaska right now, and the weather's turned cold, so it's still a great idea to shop on Amazon. I've been able to find things that I want at affordable prices that I can add to my prepper pantry food storage and also a few prepping supplies. Let me show you what the newest additions are to my prepping stockpile. The first thing I bought was a box of the Betty Crocker Biscuit Complete Buttermilk Biscuits. You only need to add water and they're very delicious. They're easy to make. Things that only need to add water are perfect to have in your prepper pantry. They come in Mylar pouches that are easy to just grab one and make it. You don't need to open a whole big bin, measure up a bunch of things if you don't have a lot of time or just want something that's a quick grab and go that you can make a quick meal. These are great because you can serve biscuits with so many things. You can put them with biscuits and gravy. You can use them with your eggs for breakfast and make little breakfast sandwiches. It's nice to have easy to make bread substitutes when you maybe don't have bread on hand, but a biscuit would be extra nice. The pouches have a best by use by sell by date of approximately 2 years, and I've had good luck storing these in a cool, dark, dry place. The packages are nice, and then they have lasted longer than the date on the package, and so I feel confident that I can store these for 2, 3, maybe even 4 years. The best strategy though is to rotate your food within the guidelines on the package for them to turn out the best. Lots of foods will be fine after that, but it's still a good idea to follow that guideline just so you can have the best outcome. So choose foods that you're willing to eat, use them so that you're rotating them, and then replace them so you still have a fresh supply. I ordered a box of the Knorr packaged noodle mixes. I discovered that I actually liked the creamy chicken, and so it was easy to have a set of these to put away in my prepper pantry. You just add water to these also, and you can have a quick, easy to make meal. Packaged noodles are something that it's simple to add a can of meat or something else to it to make it an even more complete meal. If you have a can of vegetables, a can of meat, and a package of noodles, you can have a complete filling meal for your family for very little money. The noodles also have a best by use by sell by date that's 2 years out. And that's always something that I'm concerned with when I order something from Amazon, that maybe it isn't going to have the longest shelf life. Maybe that's why it's on sale. We can't check that, and they're trying to clear out old stock, but I have had good luck so far. Next, I bought a pack of the Star-Kissed Pink Salmon. The date on this is 11/24, so this has several years already on it to guarantee to be fresh, and canned meat is going to be something that lasts long past that. I've never had problems with canned meats becoming expired, and that's something I can count on lasting longer. And other things like fruits, not so much. But canned meat absolutely is a long-lasting food that you can count on. Yes, even in Alaska, sometimes we need to buy salmon. Maybe we didn't catch as much, or it's nice to have pre-canned, long-lasting portion sizes that they're easy to add into your recipes. You could add a can of salmon into, a package of noodles, or serve it with some biscuits. So these foods can all work together if I need them to. Next, I found some Progresso minestrone soup. And you can see it says sold as a set. They were sold as 6 packs, and it was only 9 something for 6 cans of Progresso soup. And I was highly suspicious. I thought, how can it be that cheap when they're $3.50 or more a can where I live or where I've looked recently? And I was very suspicious. So I thought, well, I almost didn't buy it, but then I went back, and then I thought, what if it is real? And I can always send it back, or I can put in a claim on Amazon if it isn't any good. And I ordered it, and it came all nicely packaged, no problems. And the date on the bottom is July 2023. So these have almost 2 years of shelf life on these cans of soup for just a little over $1 a can, which is a great buy on a chunky Progresso soup. Cans of soup are great. You can serve them as is and have a meal. You can bulk them up, serve them over rice, mashed potatoes, plain noodles. There's all different ways that you can combine a can of soup to make a bigger, fuller meal or to feed more people. So think of it as if you have 6 cans of soup, you could have 6 meals right there just for one person, and that's an easy way to start adding to your canned food stockpile. While I was visiting my daughter in the lower 48, I was flabbergasted to see that several days while I was there, the power went out for several hours at a time. No real reasoning of why that happened, no advance notice. Plus, she was without power for over a week last February during a big ice storm. And so power outages just seem to be things that are more common. It's something we need to prepare for. It almost reminded me of my travels to South Africa, where they don't have enough electricity. They do something called load shedding, where they anticipate that the power will be off, I think, every day. You can stay in the finest fancy homes, big fancy hotels, and you're not immune to it. The power goes off. I wanted to be more aware of how could I prepare for load shedding type activities or events that could happen to me and my family. I ordered some additional insulated food containers. Back in the day when we carried our lunch to school, we used to carry drinks in a thermos. Sometimes you could take a hot meal in a wide mouth thermos and you could have something like macaroni and cheese or soup or some spaghetti, something that was hot that you could put in your thermos. These are great for a single serving. It has a little cup on the top that you can use for a drink if that's what you want. This one includes a spoon that folds up and fits right into the lid, and then you can twist it off, fill it up, and because it's a wide mouth, you could even use your spoon to eat out of your thermos. So you could use these for a beverage, or you could put something in it that had chunks like soup, and you would still be able to eat out of it because it has a nice wide mouth. So it's easy to serve out of it, and then it's simple to clean. Because they're double layered, they're insulated, and so they're going to keep food either hot or cold depending on what you want. So it even says on the label that it will keep food hot for 9 hours or keep food cold for 14 hours. So the best way to keep your food hot would be to say pour in some boiling water, put the lid on, and let the whole container get preheated, then pour that out and add in your piping hot ingredients. That would be the ideal way to do it if you were able to use extra hot water. So that would be something that would be great with your soup. What if you wanted a package of noodles, or you wanted a casserole or something bigger? Then I found an insulated food container, and this one's like a big bowl. You pop open the sides. You've probably seen containers that do that, and it has a little pressure lid here that you would release the pressure that can build up when you have hot food in it. And what's nice about this also is that it has this very heavy duty rubbery divider so that you could put it in here and you could divide up if you wanted, say, meatloaf and mashed potatoes, or you wanted vegetables and quinoa. You could keep the food separated. Or if you wanted to just put in a casserole, you can remove the divider and you can fill the whole dish up. So this might work for a bigger size meal that you wanted to, say, share with somebody, or just something that's not going to fit well into a round mouth thermos. That's probably not ideal to have a spaghetti and meatball lunch, but this one would be. And it would be the same thing. You could add hot water, put the lid on and preheat it. It's going to then pour that out and then add your hot meal, and it's going to help it stay warmer longer. And while the thermos is 16 ounces, this insulated dish is 33 ounces. So it's going to hold twice as much food as the thermos. And remember, it has the little red button because pressure can build up, so you want to release the pressure before you open the lid just so it doesn't splatter or burn you. Next, I bought an insulated thermal carafe. You can heat up boiling water, coffee or tea, whatever your drink of choice is, and you can fill this up. You just unscrew the lid, add your hot drink, screw the lid back on, and it's going to keep your drinks hot. This is all stainless steel, double-walled, insulated thermal carafe. This holds 68 ounces, so that would be a lot of water, coffee or tea or whatever your beverage of choice is that you could have for your entire day. If you heated up water at the beginning of the day and then put on the lid, you could have a hot beverage all throughout the day, whether you want to mix instant coffee, a tea bag, make some hot chocolate, instant apple cider. There's all kinds of drinks that you could make just adding your hot water that you have on hand on standby all day long. I don't like to add mixed up beverages into these, like say coffee, because then I think it always smells and everything then tastes like coffee. I don't want future drinks to always have the strong aroma or flavor of whatever the contents were before. Plus, I think if you just use hot water in these, you don't need to worry about getting it all clean inside. You just need to be sure that you're sanitizing the outside, the spout and the handle. The inside is still going to be clean for a long time because you're just adding hot water. So whether it's adding to your prepper pantry or adding to your prepping supplies, there's still time to get the things you need and prepare for the unexpected. We know there are challenges ahead. If we try to imagine what are the problems I could face and we select food and supplies to help us meet those challenges, then we're going to be able to make the best of whatever comes our way. If you enjoyed my video, I hope you'll share it with someone else you think might like it. Please subscribe to the Alaska Granny channel.